Hi all, it's Christy, and I am here for another video today, and this one is going more towards life and pain and things that we deal with in our lives. Everyone thinks that most of my videos are about the spirituality or the spirit companions, but there's so much more, and I am one that wants everything mixed, everything together, because that's who we are. We are not just one thing or another. We're everything. And I've been thinking of doing a video on this for a few weeks now, and I think it's really important because one, it's affecting my life personally, and two, it's affecting a lot of people. And I want people to help others if they're not experiencing this, and understand and empathize with others. And if you are experiencing it, then there's hope, and you need to uplift yourself. So what I'm talking about is pain, disease, life with something that is constant, whether it be depression, a physical ailment, life in a wheelchair, life with fibromyalgia, an autoimmune disease, lymphedema, cancer, AIDS, HIV. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is who we are and how we deal with the things that are going on in our life. Now, recently, it has been, I don't know, decided that there is something wrong with my body. We don't know what it is, and I'm going to a specialist. We think it may be lupus, but we don't know for sure. All we do know is that I'm in constant pain. I told my husband, I'm in pain every day. There's not a day that there is no pain. I may say nothing, but there is pain. If I say something about the pain, then the pain is a 5 or higher. I'm uncomfortable and I hurt. So if I mention it, I'm really hurting. And this is the same for a lot of people that live with pain. It gets to a point where it's a norm, and you're uncomfortable and you're stiff, and some days you just don't want to get out of bed. As we're talking, my whole back right now is vibrating and throbbing and saying, lay down, shut up, and stop talking to people. But it's life. You have to move on. Now, some days I can't move. Some days I can't keep my eyes open. You know, I have a business to run. I have children to take care of, a house that never gets cleaned, animals that need me, and I I I can't do it some days. If it weren't for my husband, I don't know what I'd do. There are days that I just lay in bed and I sleep and I nap, or I just watch TV and zone. I can't even play on my iPad or something. I'm just dead to the world. And I'm 43. I'm too young to be like this. And some days I can't walk down the stairs. I have to hold on to the walls and the railings because my hips feel like they're popping out of joint. And some days my knees, every time they bend, they hurt. My shoulder, unfortunately, is the worst. My shoulders and my back, and my neck. And whatever this is, it's affecting my brain. So that when I talk sometimes, I can't think of the words. I know the word, and it's right there on the tip of my tongue, and we all experience that sometimes, but I will do it for hours on end for the easiest words. I can't grasp a sentence. I can't, I'll say it, but I'm just stumbling. It gets to the point that I'm actually stuttering because I can't find those stupid words. And many times my short-term memory goes. And it's not, it's not affecting my brain function, like doing things or achieving things. Again, it's mainly stuttering or, like my husband was joking. We were talking, then he went downstairs to get breakfast. And I said, okay, well, I'll talk to you when you get back up here. And he comes back up with his bowl of cereal. And I'm like, he's like, okay, what? I forgot. I don't even remember what we were talking about. And I was so frustrated. And he says, oh, don't worry about it. And I'm like, you're not allowed to leave anymore. We have to finish a conversation. We're in the middle of it. And as he walks out of the room, he says, oh, don't worry. You'll forget we are even having this conversation in a few minutes. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. My intellect is there and my gifts are there. It's just sometimes I can't remember, where did I put a shirt or something like that. It just, it's what I've always called mummy brain. And I guess it may have something to do with this. And again, being 43, it's hard having this. And I've started back at Curves. And the first day back, and I haven't gone for months. I haven't gone since this summer. And the first day back, I was going through with the owner, and I told her what was going on, and I can't lift a laundry basket, a full laundry basket up the stairs half the time, and the strength in my arms is pretty much gone. And so she was making a routine for me, and going over things, making sure I wasn't hurting myself. And I started to cry, and I apologized, and it was one of those days that I had already been having a bad week of pain, and I was stuttering like insane, and I was getting more and more frustrated. And here's this woman that's older than me. I think she may be my age, around there. But she was helping me, and it just didn't feel right. I felt useless and hopeless and stupid and just frustrated. And I came home and I told my husband, and I cried in this, and I go in the shower and I cry, and I went for my third one, my third session with Curves, since I started back yesterday. And again, the whole time I was doing it, even though instead of just going around once, you're supposed to go around twice and then do stretching. And I actually, for the first time, went around twice since I've been back. And I did the stretching, and I did it all on my own. And I actually did some yoga moves, which I've started doing every day also. And I still felt like crying. I was just, the whole time I was doing it, because I couldn't just get in there and do it. I'm one that in there, I get the green. If you understand, if you've been to Curves, you put a little tag in, and it makes the hydraulics go harder, so you work harder each time. And I would always push it, and I would work to stay in the green and excel and go above and beyond. And I can't even put the ticket thing in there anymore because I can't measure it, because I can't even half the time lift my arms up the way they're supposed to be. And, I have 30 seconds on each machine, and it takes me 10 seconds just to sit on the stupid machine. So it's frustrating and embarrassing, and there's so much turmoil. And my business is so important to me, and some days I can't even function to do a reading, because it also, whatever this is, gives me headaches. So I take special medicine to help with the headaches. And being a psychic, you can't focus with headaches when you've got it in your temples and your eyes and the back of your head. You just can't focus to get the messages, and then you got to tell your clients, I'm sorry, you've been waiting for 2 weeks, but now you've got to wait another day or two till this stupid headache goes away. And you feel like you're a failure in all aspects of your life. So, especially when you're trying to do things with your kids, or you're trying to do things around your house. It's frustrating. And even now I get teary. This is not being shared for sympathy. I don't want sympathy. I don't want pity. And anybody else that's in this situation doesn't want this. I'm doing this video for knowledge. And I'm doing this video to remind people that you are strong. And you haven't done anything to deserve this pain and this frustration and the stuff you're going through. This isn't karma. And some of it is past life. Some of it is aches and pains of things that you've lived through and experienced. But these are things that you are meant to live through in this lifetime, to learn and to grow. And even though I'm crying, because, I'm emotional, I am thankful for this pain. And I am thankful for anything that I've experienced in this life, good or bad, because it makes me who I am. And it makes me stronger and more capable of accomplishing anything. And this is the same for everybody. Nothing can hold you back. It doesn't matter what disease you have. It doesn't matter if you can walk or not. It doesn't matter if you hurt all the time. It doesn't matter if you feel like you're sleeping all the time. It doesn't matter if you feel like a failure. These are normal feelings for somebody going through anything that is above what we all consider the norm. You are strong and you are powerful and you have your gifts, no matter what they are. They don't have to be psychic or something like that. We're talking gifts, whether it be music or art or just speaking, having the gift of gab, having the gift of an ear, of listening to somebody, being there for people, having the gift of the mind, of creativity, of seeing things and understanding things that others don't. You are important and you're not a failure. And first off, what you feel, accept what you feel. It's legitimate. It's your feeling. Whether it's right or wrong does not matter. What you feel is legitimate, and there's nothing wrong with you. The second thing, though, is don't wallow. Accept it, move on, and decide, okay, I'm going to do what I can do. I'm not going to beat myself up, even though I do. But I'm not going to beat myself up if I can't do yoga for half an hour today and I can only do it for 15 minutes. And I'm not going to beat myself up if I only get 4 readings done instead of the 10 that I want to do. And I'm not going to beat myself up if I didn't get the house cleaned, but I did go ride with my son on the motorcycle. Because when you live with any type of disability or illness, you have to make choices. You have to choose what you do. Okay, today I've decided no shower. Yes, I'm doing a video with no shower. It takes so much energy to do so many things. And many of us that live like this only have a certain amount of energy. Please look up the spoon analogy. It talks about lupus, but it goes for so many different diseases. And we really only have so much energy some days, and And you do what you can and you make the choices. And my house is a pigsty. But I have spent time with my husband and I've gotten to know people online and I'm taking care of myself. I daily do therapy or weekly do Reiki with Lisa Kangemi. I am working also with Lisa. We're talking to each other to boost each other to do yoga every day. You know, I'm 2 days a week. I'm not forcing myself to go 3 or 5 or 4 or whatever days a week. 2 days a week. That's all I'm trying for right now is to get to the gym, to the curves, and work on flexibility and a little bit of strength, but more it's just trying to keep from losing what I already have. You are beautiful. All of you. No matter what you go through, no matter what you experience, you are beautiful. And if you don't experience this stuff right now, and hopefully you never will, please understand that there are people out there that hurt and have things that you can't see. You know, there's not a big gash on the face or a limb gone. Many illnesses are in the brain, even anxiety and depression. You know, there's different personality disorders and schizophrenia and bipolar, manic depressive. I mean, there's things you can't even imagine that are out there that people deal with every day. So first, don't judge. Second, if you're someone that is suffering from one of these illnesses, take the pity out of it. You know, we all have our pity days and we all have our bad days. But you don't know what the person next to you is dealing with. Even if it's not a disease, maybe it's just a death in the family, or they had a car accident, or a close call. You don't know what people are dealing with in this world, and it's up to us to love and respect each other, to really just be there for each other and say, you know what, I've got your back no matter what. I mean, it's that important. It's that easy to be civil, to be loving, and to be there for each other. You don't have to like everybody. But you need to understand that there are people out there that you have no idea what they're going through. So, I guess what I really want from this video is for people to start believing in themselves and stop putting themselves down. Stop thinking that because there's something wrong with you, that you are incapable of accomplishing anything and everything. I am not going to quit. And none of you should quit. I don't want my kids to see a quitter, no matter what they find with me. I'm not a quitter. And you shouldn't be either. And I do want to make one comment about Louise Hayes' books. A lot of her books, they have things where, the sections where if you have this problem, this means this is wrong with you. If you have a sore throat, it's because you're not communicating, which is very true. When you are blocking things, it can cause illness. When you are holding on to grudges, it can cause illness. But there are some illnesses you can't control. And she knows this, the world knows this, but some people take it too literally. And they blame everything on somebody else or something else. And we need to take responsibility for our actions, our beliefs, the things we hold back. But we also need to drop the blame. But don't blame ourselves. Don't blame other people. Don't blame other things. Just accept. Okay, this is the hand I've been dealt with. Now what can I do? Can I walk forward and bust some ass and get things done and do what I can do? Or do I sit on my butt and feel sorry for myself and just say, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I'm a failure. You know, feeling sorry for yourself is not pretty. So it is time to really take action and be proactive in your life. Do what you can. Follow your dreams. Don't put any limits on yourself. There is a video of a gentleman. He has no arms and no legs, and he's a speaker. He lives by himself. He does all this stuff, and he's amazing. And he has no arms and legs. You know, we are capable of so much, and I think it's time we take advantage of that and really, I think, unite in being strong within ourselves and understanding each other. So this has been all over the place. There's a lot I want to say, trying, but it just comes together and goes everywhere. You know, one of those brain days. But my main point is don't give up on yourself. Don't. It's not worth it. Fight for yourself. Fight for your future. And fight for your happiness. You deserve it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Blessings and love. Bye.